Housing deeds somehow signed by dead people and homeowners who had no idea until we broke the news to them.
A 41 Action News investigation uncovered a real estate fraud scheme in February and kept digging on this story. And as investigator Ryan Kath reveals, the trail of dirty deeds keeps growing.
And Krista, this crime is shockingly easy, and we found there's very little to keep it from happening to you.
This is the deed that I had right here.
We met Stanley and Evelyn Ho in front of the South Kansas City home they bought 25 years ago and asked them about the property they used to own. Their response, "What do you mean used to own?"
Is that your signature?
No.
Is it even close?
No.
I don't write like that. That's terrible. They didn't even spell my name right.
They were looking at this deed, a document they'd supposedly signed in April of 2012, transferring their home to a complete stranger.
I'm so dumbfounded. I don't know what to say.
The Johnson County couple has held on to the rental property in hopes the neighborhood near the old Bannister Mall will eventually make a turnaround. Evelyn paid $1,800 of property taxes this year, and Stanley had just mowed the lawn one day before we showed up.
I can never dream anything like this will happen. That's all. It's amazing.
So these are the deeds I was talking to you on the phone about.
And like homeowners, notaries are just as amazed to see their names on the documents.
Never heard of them. Never heard of the addresses.
Car salesman Larry Schindler couldn't figure out how his notary stamp and signature ended up on 3 real estate deeds.
I certainly didn't do this, and it don't make me feel very good either.
After our original investigation, 41 Action News connected a new web of questionable deeds. One has the signature of a man who died in 1988. Another, the forgery of a home owned by the federal government. And we also contacted the owner of this house on 42nd Street.
It sucked. It was just not, it was not good. I say you get that sort of pit in your stomach that drops, and you know, you don't know what to do. You feel helpless.
Dan Gray, who lives in California and invests in several Kansas City properties, says he spent thousands of dollars in legal fees to fix the damage caused by one forged signature.
It is shameful how easy it is.
I don't want to scare people, but I think reports like yours help alert people of schemes like this that are occurring.
Bob Kelly has been director of Jackson County's Recorder of Deeds office for the past decade. And this might surprise you. He agrees it's an easy crime to pull off.
Did you sign this woman's name on this deed?
For instance, even after we exposed the man at the center of a different scheme in February, we later found surveillance video of him at the Jackson County Courthouse transferring more questionable deeds.
I hear, why aren't they doing anything to stop this? What's your reaction to that?
Everything that we do is statutorily defined.
Kelly says the responsibilities of his office are spelled out by lawmakers in Jeff City. If a deed has the required information and is notarized, they collect a fee and make it public record.
And that's the way it's been laid out, right? I mean, you guys are not investigators.
It would be ideal if we could do all those things. If we were lawyers, we could check the legality of a document. If we were police investigators and had the training to check the authenticity of his signature.
Which brings us back to Stanley and Evelyn.
I'm really thankful that you called me.
An investigator might have noticed the person who supposedly notarized this deed didn't even become a notary until 6 months later, an obvious forgery of his stamp and signature. But instead, like so many other red flags we found, it flew under the radar. The couple was so upset, they went straight to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office to file a complaint.
I said to myself, this is America. How could this happen?
A white-collar crime expert tells me people involved in a scheme like this make money by renting out the homes if they're vacant or by selling the homes far below market value to unsuspecting buyers. So who's behind these forged deeds? We've been digging to find that answer.
What can you tell me about these deeds? You know these deeds are forged, right?
Tonight we're continuing to investigate and plan to update you soon on any new developments. And Mark, Krista, catching the people who are doing this is one thing, but what about preventing it from happening?
Sure.
We've been showing our findings to Jackson County leaders along with state lawmakers to see if there's any kind of change in this process that can keep people like this from becoming victims.
Wow.
Well, we'll look forward to that report and your follow-ups too.
We'll stay on it.
Okay.
All right. Thanks,
Good.
Ryan.